Welcome to the Signal Shift, where business, innovation, and transformation meet.
Here's a question I want you to sit with for just a second. If you posted a job listing tomorrow, AI consultant wanted, how many resumes do you think would show up by Friday? Hundreds, maybe thousands. 6-week bootcamp grads, weekend certification completers, people whose entire AI portfolio is a cloned GitHub tutorial and a LinkedIn banner that says Future of Work Evangelist. Some of those people will get interviews. Some of them will get hired. And when they don't deliver, when the beautiful workflow they built in the demo falls apart in a real organization, everybody loses. The client loses, the junior hire takes the blame, and the whole category gets a little more tarnished. The AI consultant title has become one of the most inflated, most dangerous labels in the talent market, and the companies doing the hiring are the ones building the problem. I'm Colo Bell, and this is the Signal Shift. Today we're talking about what happens when a title becomes a commodity and what you can do about it before it costs you. Let's talk about the gold rush problem. Let me give you the scale of this because it matters. LinkedIn confirmed this year that AI engineer is now the #1 fastest growing job title in the United States, up 143% year over year. The salary premium for AI skills has jumped to 56% above comparable non-AI roles. That is a gold rush. And in every gold rush, everyone starts calling themselves a miner. ACTO wrote about this in April. He broke down what he called AI job title theater. His observation: the worst candidate he ever rejected had a title that was literally 40 words long. The best hire he made last year had software engineer on her LinkedIn and had shipped 3 production AI systems. The titles were inversely correlated with actual ability. But here's the structural problem. Companies are still hiring based on title resonance. HR departments, many of them now using AI-powered applicant tracking systems, are matching on keywords. AI consultant, Genimal AI, agentic workflows, check, check, check. Offer letter. The irony of using AI to screen for AI talent and getting it catastrophically wrong should not be lost on anyone. What you end up with is a pipeline full of people who can talk about AI fluently and demonstrate it in controlled conditions, but who have never had to deploy anything in a messy, resistant, complex organization. Now, that's not their fault. It's the market's fault for letting title inflation substitute for evidence of actual capability. Okay, so what real AI implementation actually requires? Let me get specific about what I mean by organizational complexity, because this is where the gap lives. I've spent 25 years deploying enterprise technology, healthcare IT, federal systems, EHR rollouts across hundreds of cardiology practices. I've been on the floor when a go-live fails and 200 people are waiting for you to fix it. When that background meets AI consulting, as it has for me through Arcturus Media, what shows up isn't just tool fluency. It's a set of questions that the shiny new hire often hasn't learned to ask yet. What is the actual problem? Not the problem the client thinks they have, but the one that's actually causing the pain. Who in this organization will resist this change, and what do they need to feel heard before they'll move? What does success look like in 6 months, not in the demo room? When this breaks, and it will, what is the recovery path, and who owns it? Those are not AI questions. They are implementation questions, and the answer to every one of them requires context you cannot abbreviate with a certification. Here's what I see happening with underprepared hires. They know the tools. They can navigate a model, write a prompt, build a workflow. What they often cannot do yet is manage the person who has been doing it the old way for 20 years and doesn't understand why they should change. What they cannot do is read the politics of a stalled implementation and course correct before it becomes a failure. That's not a critique of young talent. That is a critique of putting someone in a role they haven't had the chance to grow into yet, and then being surprised when the results don't match the resume. What is the signal shift take? What to do about it? If you are a business owner or a hiring manager making AI consulting decisions right now, here is what I want you to walk away with. 1. Stop letting a title do the screening. The most dangerous resume in your inbox is the one that has every keyword and no deployment evidence. Ask for evidence of real-world outcomes. What did they build, who actually used it, and what happened when they hit resistance. Number 2, audit how you are screening. If your ATS is filtering candidates by keyword match and nothing else, you are optimizing for label fluency, not capability. That filter is costing you people who can actually deliver. 3. Build mixed teams deliberately. Technical fluency plus operational depth, that combination is where durable AI work gets done. You need people who know the tools and people who know how organizations actually behave. Those are often not the same person. 4. Treat AI consulting engagements like technology deployments, not marketing projects. Deliverables, timelines, stakeholder plans, change management, the same discipline you would apply to any enterprise implementation. If your AI consultant doesn't know what any of that means, that is information you needed before you signed the contract. Next week, in part 2, we're flipping the lens completely. We're going to talk about the other side of this problem, the experienced professionals in their 50s and 60s who are being systematically filtered out of the AI job market, often by the very AI tools they're being hired to implement. That one is going to hit different. I'm Colo Bell. This is the Signal Shift. If this episode landed for you, share it with someone who is making AI hiring decisions right now. That is exactly who needs to hear it. Until next week, stay sharp.
This has been the Signal Shift. Keep listening, keep learning, and stay ahead of the shift.